Well, as you know, we're in the second day of our 3-day retreat for the beginning of the Lambeth Conference. And we've also started our Bible study, our small group Bible studies of 8 in each group. And I'd like to say that the Bible studies universally, as I've listened to my colleagues and brother and sister bishops, are being very well received. Small group fellowship, study, prayer, all form a very strong foundation for the weeks ahead. I myself have been privileged to listen to stories of challenges of mission and ministry in places like South Africa and Tanzania and Australia and Upper British Columbia in Canada, as well as tales from my colleagues here in the United States. So that looks like a very sustaining and very strong feature of the conference going forward. And then today we, for the second day, went to Canterbury Cathedral. Some of us enjoyed the walk from Kent University down to the cathedral, and that had a kind of pilgrimage feeling about it. We walked in different configurations with different bishops from all over the world, and then arrived only to have the immense privilege of having the precincts and the entire cathedral to ourselves for these 2 days. It's a wondrous place, a wondrous historic space, obviously of great symbolic significance to us as Anglicans. And to be gathered in the nave there and to sing, to pray, and to listen to the Archbishop of Canterbury has been a great source of strength. I personally believe with many of the bishops that this is the right and proper foundation for the work that we'll do over the next couple of weeks. And I can hardly stress enough how privileged one feels to sit in that group of 650 bishops and have the opportunity to listen to the Archbishop of Canterbury give us really substantive and profound spiritual reflections and really important challenges about how we're going to live and serve together as a communion going forward. He, in his third address today, began by saying that the bishop is both a friend and a stranger. The bishop is a linguist, he said, who learns the language of the people, but who also speaks the word of God, listens to the needs of the people, but listens to the word of God. And that kind of dynamic tension between being present and being available to the people, but also being at some remove from the community in order to listen to the Word of God was really a great teaching and a great challenge, I'm sure, for all of us. And in his fourth meditation, he began by quoting an early Christian theologian who said that the single Christian is no Christian. Christians live and serve in community. And he went on from there to address, I thought, quite directly and quite profoundly the need that we have as a communion at this time to restore a wounded communion for the benefit of a wounded world. Those are my words, not the Archbishop's words. But he had two very practical challenges, one of which was to think of a bishop about whom we might feel nervous going forward, and then to go to that person today and ask that person to pray with you. I didn't myself engage in that. I reflected on that spiritual challenge, but I did witness some bishops having some time together. And that, by the way, is the great benefit of these first few days, is that we have had time to walk together, to talk and pray and reflect together. And it's made for, as I say, a very strong and a very good beginning for the Lambeth Conference.